years, but is now accused her of creating a hostile working environment. He says Megan also misclassified him as an independent contractor.
So, told my girl to book our flights. Here she is in first class. Here I am going to the back. Told them booking for Mexico, man. Still going. 14, 15, excuse me, 20, 25,
I went to California.
27, 30, 32, 32F. Here we are. Thank you so much. At least it's a window seat, you know what I'm saying?
Well, Clay Thompson, she did exactly what I thought she would do. You put a bunch of money in a woman's hand, she's gonna take care of herself. All right, that's first case scenario. All right, she looked out for herself and her daughter. They chilling. That's a mother-daughter bond, bro. You think I put to the back of the bus? They did not do anything I would have not expected them to already have done, dog. You kind of failed to check your own seat, man, to be honest with you. Yes, you should feel let down, Clay Thompson. But Clay Thompson, you're already coming off the bench. You might as well get back on the bench, on the plane. Enjoy yourself in Mexico, man. Next time, check your seat before you fly away.
And a woman cheat on a man that she's in love with?
Well, yeah, of course.
Let me...
No.
Okay.
Oh, like if she's in love, well, I guess, honestly.
What?
Well, we already know who likes to cheat.
See, I think
if you're truly in love with somebody, you wouldn't not feel the need to. You wouldn't.
Yeah.
If you.
When women cheat, it's very different from when men cheat. When men cheat, they're bored. When women cheat, it's usually like there's an issue within the relationship.
You've been thinking about it. It's happened. You've thought about breaking up with them. You just haven't yet. It's happening.
It's a disconnect.
Yes. Whereas when men break up, they are bored. And
You mean when men cheat?
yes, when men cheat, they're bored and they are looking for something to spice up their relationship. But
So a man can still cheat on a woman that he's in love with?
yes.
I think that he can.
Yeah. But I think you're right. I think a woman maybe cannot because women are different. We don't cheat on men that we love because those men have already given up on us by the time we do that.
Do you think that the more people that you sleep with affects your ability to bond with people?
No.
So a woman could sleep with 100 guys and still be able to create a bond?
Absolutely, yes.
If it's up to her, yeah.
Because she was not. I mean, she probably wasn't looking for a meaningful engagement with the other 99 guys.
She already created 100 bonds, dude. I mean, she's a master at making bonds at this point. She's a master at 100 dudes. She should be a master at doing a lot of things. You get what I'm saying? She should be very, very proficient at some stuff. Now, the fact of the matter is, will that guy like to bond with her? Probably not, all right? You better not let 100 bodies get out that closet. You're going to be in trouble, man. You're going to be in trouble.
I've seen so many more women cheat. And being a woman myself, I get to be an insider to the things that women talk about. And yes, they will admit to one another that they cheat, but you will never hear an ounce of remorse. They always victimize themselves. What they'll say is, instead of saying, you know what, I cheated, it was wrong, it was dishonest of me, it was betrayal, and I'll never do it again, what you will hear is, well, I cheated because I had to. He wasn't giving me what I needed and what I deserved as a woman. And all the other women will, jump right in and, be victims and victimize her, saying, oh, you poor thing. He should have treated you better. You take care of his kids and you do this and you do that. And he should have appreciated you more and you wouldn't have had to go screw another man. But it's really quite scary how they do that. But they're never remorseful and they always shift the blame.
So basically, it's not victimization, it's justification for whatever they're doing, right? All right, yeah, bet. Yeah, they ain't not gonna feel no remorse, man. If they really out there doing this stuff, they're emotional creatures. They're gonna protect and want to cover up their own emotional feelings. They don't want to feel hurt. So what they're gonna do is run to their friends and tell them some stuff so their friends can be like, girl, you did the right thing, don't worry about it. So their friends can justify the other friends' actions. I'm telling you, bro, this doesn't make sense. You get a group of guys, guy messed up, he'll straight up say, man, dog, I done messed up, dog. I done messed up, homie. You know, I did this, I did that. What the hell I'm supposed to do? Immediately go to asking, how do I fix this? Straight up. Immediately. Women, no, you were doing this, you were doing that, and that's the reason why I did it. Nah, and that's the difference right there.
The one and only reason why this chick is bawling her eyes out, homie, is because she is sorry that she got caught. You gotta understand, homie, when these chicks did get dug the fuck out behind your back and you catch them, that is the number one thing they did not want to happen. They're gonna sit there going, bitch, I love you. They don't love you, G. They don't love you. You need to learn to pack your shit and go. You guys gotta understand the power of being able to walk away. Power of being, oh, you know what? I don't give a fuck. I don't care. You know what I mean? Like, genuinely, like, have a good rest of your life. It's going bad for the motherfucker. I'm telling you, they won't know how to react. No reaction is the best reaction. You gotta be colder than that. Alright, cool. Alright, yeah. I genuinely was planning on leaving you anyway, so it's alright. You know what I mean? Like, just cold little shit. Like, why is he able to leave so fast? Why does he not fight for me? I don't care. You know what I mean? Like, I don't give a f. That is the best mentality you will ever have in your life. Towards every situation. You gotta be stronger than that, homie. Your mindset is everything. You need to focus on just building yourself. You know what I mean? Mentally, physically. Elevation, homie. You know what I mean? Just focus on improving your life in every single fucking way. Climbing up that goddamn ladder to success.
As I was younger, I was as a young man, I personally was more of I'ma just walk away. I'ma just walk away, leave you done. I'm done. Over. I don't have to say no words. Quietness is my way to go. You know, as you get older and more emotionally intelligent, you know, even as a man, you begin to realize patterns, pick up signs, pick up, you know, these things where you're actually addressing them as a grown-ass man. And the things that you're not willing to settle with, you're going to speak more on it. So, yeah, I think as you're younger, you're probably just chill. You're just going to let it fly. But as you get older and you get more emotionally intelligent, you're really going to start voicing your opinions. So if that woman is really bothering you, hurting you, whatever it may be, you're probably most likely going to start saying it.
My ex-boyfriend of 6 years, love him, really good guy. The last year of our relationship, I started cheating on him with a guy in LA, and that guy was the one who told me, break with your boyfriend, move to LA.
Was he cheating on you too, or?
He's a good boy.
Why did you cheat on your 6-year relationship?
I was so bored and so young, and just like, when you're that young, it's like you don't know what you want in life, and like in the moment it seems like a good setup and you think you're happy and content, and then you reach like 2021 and you're like, oh fuck, like I have a lot of life to live, and like I didn't want to stay in Nevada. And then I met this guy who was like my dream guy, who was like so fucking hot, and like my ex-boyfriend of 6 years, we stopped having sex. Like I wasn't sexually attracted to him. It was just like we were so comfortable and like family and like roommates at that point. But like just there was no sexual romantic aspect to it. So then I met that guy, and
you cheated on a good man because you were bored. That is the most craziest, dumbest thing I've ever heard. You deserve to be single.
Meg the Stallion was just sued by a former employee, and the details of this lawsuit are disturbing. We need to talk about it. The employee in question is Meg's former cameraman. Now, he worked with Megan between 2018 and 2023. This article is from USA Today. You can pause to read it, but basically the cameraman alleges that in June 2022, he was in an SUV with Megan and 3 of her friends. And allegedly, after they had a night out, Meg ends up getting physical with one of her friends in the car right next to him. He alleges he was embarrassed, he was mortified, he was offended. And down here, he basically said he was like frozen and he was in shock that she had the audacity to like do that right next to him. And if y'all see right here, he also alleges that Meg told him to never discuss what he saw. Now me, being the nosy bitch that I am, I wanted to know where was Meg in June 2022. And I was able to track down that Meg was in fact in Ibiza on a yacht with not only Party, but 3 of her friends. Now, he also alleges that Meg created a hostile work environment. She fat shamed him. She would tell him to spit his food out and that he didn't need to be eating. And of course, an attorney of Megan's made a public statement yesterday saying that this was just a claim for money and that they will deal with this in court. How crazy is it that this lawsuit is so reminiscent of Lizzo's lawsuit from last year? And that is so heartbreaking because personally, I am a big fan of Meg's, and it is just heartbreaking when I have to learn that people that I like are bad people. But with that, I would love to know y'all's thoughts on this lawsuit. And if you want to stay updated, follow along because I'll be following this lawsuit real closely.
Cameraman, you had one job. Your one job is to film, take pictures, observe, Watch, okay? That's what you do. You did it for years. And what's crazy is, man, you know, social media, the internet, and everybody else is going to blow the small portion out of this alleged incident in there, okay? But really, what they said, he's just trying to look for unpaid wages. But why even put that in the lawsuit, my guy? Why even go that far? All right. Now it just seems like you just want some hush money. But the crazy thing is, Megan Thee Stallion is Megan Thee Stallion. We know she probably has some wild sides. She's been claimed it. All right. For her to be in a car, making out with another woman, doing other things, that's a Megan Thee Stallion thing to do. Okay. I just don't see where the disgust is right here. You just literally, your job, you were in that environment, you did it for years. I know there's a sense of professionalism. I know my photographers are like, yo, man, this is still a place and a time for everything. But my guy, I just don't understand why you would add that into your claim for unpaid wages. It boggles me a lot.
So Megan Thee Stallion is being sued by her former cameraman, and he claims that she locked him in a moving vehicle while he had to watch as she hooked up with another girl right in front of him. And you can't expect to win these lawsuits, you know, without evidence. You have to be able to support your claims. So I hope that he has, you know, some sort of footage or video of this incident occurring just so he can, you know, have evidence for his claims. Like, we need to see the video of these two girls getting it on together for evidence. Like, just so we know that you're telling the truth, we need to have the video from all different angles just so we can know if she's guilty or not.
As a cameraman, you would have thought the man would have had something on him, bro. And he does not have footage of this incident. He failed not only as a cameraman, but he's gonna fail as being accuser in this situation. What is wrong with this dude, man? What is? I don't know. It sounds like money grab to me.
Can a man forgive a woman for cheating? You're an idiot and don't know what the hell you're talking about if you're out here simply saying yes or no to this question. Before this question can be answered, first we need to know what cheating is. Cheating is simply any action committed secretly, knowing that your significant other would disapprove. Now I get it. Most people mean having sex with someone else outside the relationship. But even if that is what you mean, that needs to be said because we live in an era where context is very important. So let's rephrase. Can a man forgive a woman for sleeping with another man? When a woman allows a man to enter into her, she is submitting to him. When a man enters into her, he has dominion over her. In the Bible, this is how men claim their wives. A man who forgives his woman for submitting to another man, who does not forgive his woman for submitting to other men, is a man of standards and self-respect. We live in a day and age where multiple women will flock to you, submit to you, and bear your children, knowing other women are involved. So shame on any man who forgives a woman for sleeping with other men. He is a disgrace to his peers in masculinity. Any man who allows his woman to submit to other men has lost his manhood. Any man who accepts this behavior from women has been feminized.
Yeah, man, we all know it, man. Can a man forgive a woman for cheating? I'm sure in some way, shape, or form. But I tell you what you do lose. You lose the respect and the dominion of your woman. All right. You can't, it's going to be really hard to get that back. If you ever even get that back, and then you have the temptations of this person doing it once again. So my guy, before you think about forgiving her after she's cheated and after she allowed other men to take dominion and dominance over her, you need to understand one thing. You might not ever regain that back. And it might be easier to get that with another person.
Just left family court. This is for all the, you got to go down and get 50-50. I have 50-50. And in Pennsylvania, 50-50 doesn't mean you're not paying child support. You are still required to do so. I'm that dad where when you didn't see me with my children, the first question they asked was, where are they? Just throwing that in. So I asked the judge today, how am I supposed to support 2 households? I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do with 50-50 shared legal custody of my son. I have to provide for him at that household and then provide for myself at my own household, in which I'm fucking drowning. And the custody order was written by the judge I saw today. And she even said to me herself, even after all these years, I really don't even understand how this goes. What kind of shit is that? This shit here is criminal and everything's a paper push. They tell me again, file for a modification. That's going to be an additional 6 months like it was the last time. It's a total runaround. It's a total bullshit. All of it. So when you see so many people on the forum of TikTok talking about men walking away, yeah, walk the fuck away. Walk away. Especially if you're in PA. Because if you say I do, oh, believe me, you will. And don't believe for 1 second they don't do this shit on purpose.
Man, I said this time and time again, bro. This system is flawed and heavily hurts men. All right. I know there's a few cases with women out there, but the men who are stuck in this situation ultimately become the losers because they have to work 2 to 3 times as hard just to survive. I mean, not even just live, but to survive, maintain 2 households. Yes. And when you have a judge actually testifying and saying, hey, I can validate that I still don't know why this is the system, but I have to uphold the law because that's what I was sworn to do. There's no law behind this. And what I mean, there's no law. The merits that it stands on is really tough. It's super gray area, man. But really, ultimately, I hate to see good guys who actually are good guys fall victim to a design flaw in the system, and they just struggling to survive. I hate to see that, man.
Door closed. I'm like, you hear that? She like, oh, that's my son. I'm like, damn, how old is he? He like 16. So I'm like, okay. She like, he ain't gonna come up here. Who car is that in the driveway? She like, boy, get out my room and shit. He like, open the door. She like, boy, get away from here. So we smoothing and shit like that until she go use the bathroom. This mother up on me. Like, why you got your shirt off, homie? I'm like, shit, it was, hot in this mug. He was like, oh, I'll turn the AC on. You could put this back on. He like, this your shit? He threw it at me. I took that bitch off my face. I'm like, damn, little homie, that's kind of disrespectful, man. Chill out, man. I'm old enough to be your dad. He said, my dad in prison. I'm like, all right, that's what's up. She come in there. She telling him to move out. She telling him to move out. He like, all right. He double back, though. He like, hey, what time you leaving and shit? I looked at her because I'm like, shit, I'm about to spend the night. We was talking about going in all night type shit. I looked at her. She was like, boy, get out of my room. He was like, all right, Mom, but I plan on going to bed at 10 o'clock because I got school. So if you could leave around 9:30, big dog, that's cool. I'm like, shit, she said I could stay. He was like, no, I don't like other moms sleeping. I don't know you like that. I'm like, bro, you'll be all right. She like, yeah, you'll be all right. You'll be all right. He like, all right, man, just be out of here by 9:30. I'm like, yeah, all right. He like, all right. So I'm like, this little dude think he tough. So I'm like, all right, man, I'm going to just chill. I'm going to relax and shit. So 9:30 coming shit. He at the door again. Boom, 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 boom. Hey, man, why you ain't leaving? Why you ain't leaving? I'm like, dawg, she said I could stay, bro. You cool, man. Go ahead and shit. He like, nah, man, I ain't going to sleep before. I'm like, well, you going to be up all night then. He like, hell no. If you don't leave, I'm about to go fuck her up right now. I'm like, dawg, don't fuck her up. Don't touch my car. He like, well, you better leave. I'm like, nah, your mama said it was cool. He like, all right, then watch this. I asked her, like, he about to come my car out. She was like, probably. So I was, it's like, stop him. She is like, I can't do nothing to him. You see how big he is? So I go outside. He over there with a hammer. And he is just about to swipe my shit. So I'm like, dog, was you just about to hit my car? He like, dog, you leaving? I'm like, yeah, man. He like, why you going back in the house? I'm like, dog, chill. I got to go get my shit out of there, man. He like, I'll go get that shit. I'm like, why are you so upset, man? I'm like, dog, I'm not your dad, bro. He like, still, my dad in prison. He like, I'll beat you up, old school. He like, you want to scrap right now? I call her. I'm like, hey, come get your son. She like, I can't do nothing. I'm like, I'm going to beat this little dude up. As soon as I said that, he got all bucked and shit and walked up on me and shit. So I'm like, dog, chill, man, because he big as hell. I ain't even gonna lie. Like, that motherfucker definitely was eating the chickens and shit. They be putting too much steroids in these foods now. That's why these kids so big and shit. But I spare a little homie out, though. I ain't even whoop his ass and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't going over there no more. That shit was crazy.
No, this whole story was funny, dog. This whole story was funny. Look, I can't even be mad at little guy, man. Little guy was just trying to hold his ground, man. This is his house. You a visitor. He the man of the house. He was supposed to be the man of the house. At any means, bro, if I had a son that was 16 and big, strong, and he trying to rule over the house, he's supposed to be playing his role, I can't even fault this man. Now, I know he was blocking, dog, and you was trying to get it in, and I know you was upset, and you was trying to hold your ground, but I can't see any fault in either one of y'all. I'm just saying, homie was big, bro. And I can tell you right now, moms who don't have the... Look, a lot of times, man, fathers have dominance over their son or lead their sons because they have the size to do so. All right, it's like natural pecking order, bro. Like, and then they develop a bond and a respect. All right, that's my dad, I'm gonna respect him. Eventually you lose that strength or that size at some point, bro. And then at some point you're like, man, I can't really challenge him because really all he could do is just, if he pushed me, I'm falling down. This is how big this dude is, bro. Like, what are you gonna do against a high school linebacker that's already 220 at 16 years old? My God, fully athletic, full testosterone pumping it and anything. You really think that's just gonna be the easiest fight to win? It's probably not, man. But I can't see no fault. I really think young man just held his own. He even let you stay a little while longer than he would. He gave you a time limit. You got to be out by 9:30, son. I know you're in there with moms and y'all doing y'all thing, but you got to be gone. He gave you a little leeway. Now, I know, my guy. You felt challenged. It is what it is. But, I can't see no wrong in either side. That's my opinion.